Hey, once again, it's your boy, it's your friend, it's the credit doctor, Angelo McCutcheon, coming to you with another video. This one, of course, is on business credit. And again, you guys been hearing me talk about why you should be building business credit. And we're going to do another presentation on reasons having business credit is a must. Because you got to understand that when you're building your business and you're trying to expand your business, and sometimes you're going to need a loan or you're going to need credit cards in the name of your business. And most of the times, they're going to ask you to give a personal guarantee, meaning that they're going to want to look at your personal credit and see if that's together. And then if you have good personal credit, they'll give you the loan because they know if anything happened to your business, they can go after you for it. But we're going to be talking about business credit, whereas you can build business credit in order to get things in the name of your business without you having to be personally responsible for it. And God forbid your company goes under. They will not go after your personal money or personal things. They would strictly just have to go on whatever your business was able to produce. And that's what we want to encourage so many people to do. And again, my name is Angelo McCutcheon. I'm known as the credit doctor, right? Helping people repair their credit for over 15 years. But we also help people build business credit. And I've been doing credit repair, like I said, for 15 years, business credit now for the last 3 or 4 years. We now actually have a program that we've been able to put together this year to put everything in one place to help you and guide you step by step on how to build business credit. So instead of you saying, okay, I got to go over here to get information, I got to find out what kind of net 30 accounts I got to get and this and that, and I don't know which one reports, which one don't report. Well, we have a system all together. We have a program that has everything in one place, and it comes with 1 year of support. We have a support team of experts in the business credit field who will guide you step by step and let you know what you need to do, how to fix any damage credit you may have out there business wise, and they'll tell you everything from A to Z. We'll give you a back office that you can follow the process one after another. You can check off, okay, I got this, I got that, I got my EIN number, I registered, I got my NAV account, I got my net 30s. We have everything in one spot where you don't have to go looking for everything to make it real easy for you. So we're going to talk to you about that a little later at the end of this presentation. But the key thing we want you to know that if you have a business, a hair salon, a jewelry business that's your own, that's literally your own. I'm not talking about any ML, multi-market levels. You know what that stuff is. MLM. Things. I'm not talking about that where they say you're your boss and you're really not your own boss, right? You don't own that. So I'm talking about if you actually have your own business. I don't care if it's a small, I don't care if it's large, but you own it. When you register, you own the business. Well, then you need to learn how to build business credit. Or even if you're thinking about establishing your own business, then you need to know about business credit. And this is what we're going to talk about. So we're not going to be before you long, hopefully. Let's actually start our presentation. Let's pull up our presentation here. Okay, so let's get into it. Business credit. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of presentations on business credit, different avenues and different things we're going to discuss. So you may see some of the same things over again, but the more you see it, the more you become familiar with it. All right, so let's talk about business credit. Business credit is credit in a business name that's linked to the business EIN number. It's not linked to your social. It's not linked to you personally. It's linked to your EIN, employee identification number. This is credit a business owner can obtain that is not linked to their social security number. When billed correctly, the social security number, isn't even supplied on the application, meaning there is no personal credit check to obtain this kind of EIN credit. You guys get that? When you build it the right way, you don't even have to put your social down as a backup to if you're guaranteeing a personal guarantee to it. All right, they only require that. The thing is, when you build business credit, you just got to make sure you tell them, hey, no, because they will always tell you, hey, how's your social? How is your personal credit? Can we see your personal credit? And you want to be able to tell them, no, I have business credit, and you want to be able to get anything on the strength of your business. But of course, you want to learn how to do that first. You want to learn how to build that up. Applying for consumer credit. When you apply for something such as an auto loan, the lending institution pulls your personal credit using your name, address, and social security number. This information is sent to the consumer credit reporting agencies, and they supply the lender a credit report with all information that have related to someone with a similar name, address, and social security number. With this type of credit, an inquiry is then put on your consumer credit report and your report used to make the lending decision. Plus, the credit you obtain will be reported to the consumer reporting agencies. When you apply for something such as a business loan, the lending institution pulls your business credit using your name, address, and EIN number. Right? This information is sent to the business credit reporting agencies, and they supply the lender a credit report with all information that they have relating to a business with a similar name, address, and EIN. Now, real quick, just like the personal credit, right? There's a personal reporting agencies, the credit bureaus we know, but the credit bureaus also have a business credit reporting agency. So they have one for your personal, and then they have a business, and that's mainly Equifax and Experian. Both of them really. TransUnion, I believe, have one, but I don't know if it's as big, but they do have business credit reporting agencies, which come from the same three. There's also something called a Paydex score, which you get from Dun & Bradstreet. We'll talk about later or another presentation. So just want you to know that when they talk about business credit reporting agencies, they are talking about Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, but they're business reporting agencies. Okay, with this type of credit, an inquiry is then put on your business credit report, and your business report is used to make the lending decision. Plus, the credit you obtain will then be reported to the business reporting agency. So see how everything is running? Business, business, business. We're getting away from it being personal because we're separating the business from the person. It is important to note that when applying for financing and credit using your business credit, you should not supply your social security number on the application, even though it will be requested. So this is very important. You set up your business credit, you got business credit going, you got a nice score, now you go and apply for a credit card. And of course, on the credit card, even one of these major credit cards, as you're filling out the information, they're going to ask for your social. If you give them your social, right? If you give them your social, then they're going to basically say, okay, you're giving a personal guarantee. What you want to do is leave that spot empty. You don't put your EIN number in there. You don't put your social in there. Definitely don't put your EIN number. That's wrong. All right. But don't put your social in there. This would then force them, as the next line says, this forces them to pull your EIN credit as you supply your EIN and not your social security number. All right. So when you fill out that application, now you want to make sure you got business credit built and established. And then when you go and apply for these credit cards or loans, you don't want to put your social down. You want them to only look at your business credit. This means you will be approved only on the merits of your business credit report. Your personal report isn't even reviewed. So what benefits does having business credit truly provide? Let's take a look at that. Business credit has no impact on the business owner's personal credit. Whatever you establish on your business side, as long as you don't give a personal guarantee, it does not reflect on your personal credit because it's a standalone, separate entity. Your business credit is standalone, separate when you build it the right way, which we help you do. When done properly, business credit is obtained without the SSN being supplied on the application. This means there is no credit check from the business owner to get approved. This also means that anyone who has bad, even horrible personal credit can still be approved for business credit. That's right. Now, you don't want to have horrible personal credit. You definitely want to be working on that. But the point of this is saying that you don't need excellent personal credit to get business credit. You can get business credit with your personal scores in the 400s, 500s, 600s. It doesn't matter because it's a separate entity. Business credit reports Business credit reports to the business credit reporting agencies, not the consumer reporting agencies. I just talked about that. Even though it's the same agencies, but one has a consumer reporting agency and another one is built for the business credit reporting agency. But it's still TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian plus the Paydex score, which you get from Dun & Bradstreet. As business credit is used, it has no adverse impact on the owner's consumer credit report. It's not reported to the consumer agencies. This means utilizing the account, even over 30%, won't have any adverse impact on the personal credit score. And there are no inquiries on the personal credit when you apply for business credit, as long as you don't supply your social security number. We just talked about that. All right. 10% of your total consumer credit score is based on inquiries. Now, this is the consumer credit score. So if you are using your personal credit to apply for business loans, which most of you guys are doing because you're not familiar with business credit, or you might have heard of it but don't know how to get it. So a lot of times you're giving your personal credit, you're putting your social security number down, and you're getting these inquiries. All right. So if you're using your personal credit to apply for business loans and credit, your score will go down as a result of those inquiries. Plus, those inquiries can remain on your credit for an extended period of time, affecting your ability to borrow more money. Some unsecured business lending sources won't even lend you money if you have 2 inquiries or more on your report within 6 months. Good afternoon. I'm assuming that's my friend Lala. Your name doesn't come up inside the chat room here, but I think that's Lala. If not, let me know who you are. 30% of your total consumer credit score is based on utilization. That's your personal. We went into that. We talked about that. So if you're using your personal credit to get credit cards for your business, if you use those cards, you will lower your score, which is happening to a lot of people that I talk to with businesses and stuff like that. And they're getting credit cards, giving personal guarantees. So when they start using that card for their business, their personal score starts going down if they're not making their payments on time or keeping it under 30% utilization. All right. Using more than 30% of your limit will result in a score decrease, meaning that if you use more than 30% of your credit by the time that they report it to the credit bureaus, then it's going to have a negative result on your score. So if your limit is 1,000, having a balance above 300 lowers your scores if that gets reported to the credit bureaus. This means 40% of your total score is damaged just by applying and using the credit you obtain using your consumer scores. With true business credit, 0% of your score is affected. Let me say it again. With business credit, 0% of your score is affected. So it doesn't matter how much of it you're using. When it comes to business credit, they only want to know how you pay your bills. Not how much of it you use or anything like that. How you pay your bills when it comes to your credit score, for your business credit score. Business credit scores are based only on whether the business pays its bills on time. As a result, a business owner can obtain credit much faster using the business credit profile versus their personal credit. Give me a second real quick. I just want to get here. See what's going on here. Okay, Patricia, that's you. Okay, I see who's in the chat room. How you doing, Patricia? All right. Where do we just leave off at? Right, so let's go to the next one. And again, personal credit scores, I just want to touch on this real quick. If you follow me, you know I've talked about this before. Payment history is 35% of your credit score. Utilization is 30%. Length of credit is 15%. Accumulation of new credit is 10%. And a credit mix is 10%. That's basically how they come up with your personal credit score. Business credit scoring. Consumer credit scores are made up of 5 factors, what we just read, and take years of well-disciplined borrowing to get really good credits, absolutely. Business credit scores are mostly based on payment history, so as long as you pay bills as agreed, you will have an excellent score. And it only takes 2 to 3. It only takes 2 to 3 reported accounts for you to establish a score. And most vendors have your account reported to the business reporting agencies in 30 to 90 days. In 30 to 90 days. This means that you can build business credit profile and have an excellent credit score in a very short period of time. Anyone can see your credit report. With consumer credit, someone has to have permissible purpose to pull your personal credit. Right? They got to have a reason to do it. Basically, they must have your consent, of course, to review your reports. Only certain institutions such as banks, auto dealers, mortgage brokers, and other licensed to lend money and approve for credit pulling capabilities can pull your consumer credit report. Right? But with business credit, this information is made public, which means anyone who wants to see how your business is doing can pull it. And that's why you want to make sure it's up to date and it's doing good. All right. Think about some of the people who can see your report as they wish, whenever they want. Customers, see how your business is doing, clients, suppliers, others who might do business with you, or competitors. Here is some of the information they can see about your business. How many trade lines you got, your credit score, your high limits, past payment performance, employees, revenue, and much, much more is available. That's business credit. We'll skip that. When you put your social security number on a credit application, you are almost always providing a personal guarantee. So you don't have to say you're providing a guarantee. The minute you put your social security number down on any application that you're applying for some type of business loan, business credit, business finance, when you put your social security number on there, then basically you're giving a personal guarantee. Just want you to know that. This means you are personally liable for your business debts. Here's another reason why you need to get business credit. Because when you give a personal guarantee, you are liable for the debts of your business. But when you have business credit and it's based just solely on your business, then personally, you are not responsible for the debts of your business. Now, how many of you guys knowing this would say, hey, I need to build business credit. I need to get business credit. It's worth the effort, the time, and the resources, whatever it is to take to build business credit. All right. So if you were to default on one of these obligations, the creditor will pursue your business assets first. Then they'll come after your personal assets, including your home, your cars, your stocks and bonds, your bank accounts, and any other assets you may have. That's when you give a personal guarantee for your business. So be careful about that. Business owners don't expect to fail, but unfortunately 90% of them do fail. It makes no sense to put you and your family's financial future in jeopardy when you know going in that you have a 90% possibility of ruining it. Remember, many times the reason a business might fail have nothing to do with you or things you can control, such as shifts in the economy. So don't risk it all if you don't have to, meaning that don't be given personal guarantees when you could build business credit and let your business stand on its own. Because the minute you give a personal guarantee, if you're responsible for any debts your business creates. Keep that in mind. And as we said earlier, I believe this is Patricia, you don't need good credit to get business credit. I mean, you always want good credit. If you have bad credit, then you definitely want to fix your credit. But you don't need to fix your credit in order to get business credit. You can get business credit with scores, personal scores of 400 or 500. We've seen people do that already, right? Because it's totally different. And that's what you have to understand. Don't wait. If you have a business, start working on getting business credit, building your business credit. And at the same time, work on your personal credit. But don't say, I got to do this first in order to get this. You don't necessarily need to do that. Okay. There is no question starting and running a business is risky. That is why most conventional banks make it so hard to get a loan. So don't, and I emphasize the word don't, use a personal guarantee unless you have to. With many business loans, you will need to, but with credit, you don't need to as long as you build business credit. That's key. Got to build that business credit. The value of business credit when selling your business. Anyone who has sold or bought a business will tell you of the importance of business credit. Now that you know how easy, extensive credit and financial information is to get for a company, if you were a buyer, wouldn't you get it? Would you want to buy this company from what you see on the? Would you want to buy from this company what you see on a business report? Is the company established? Do they pay their bills? Do they look like a successful company? Right. So these are all the things that people will ask about your business. If you could choose from two companies to buy that were the same in every way except business credit, which one would you buy? The one with a very limited or no credit profile, you don't know how they're doing, or one with a credit profile that reflects good payment performance, and one with available credit. Business credit is essential in getting a good evaluation of a business. I hope you guys are getting this and understanding this. Now listen, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the share button. If you're watching this on my Facebook group, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. All right, let's get this information out to as many people as possible. When a business owner applies for financing or credit, their business credit is reviewed. Not having business credit established will get an owner declined for financing. Not even if you don't have business credit, you will get declined for financing, and 95% of the time. And guess what? They don't have to tell you why they deny you when it comes to business credit. When it comes to business financing, they don't have to tell you. Unlike personal credit, if you get denied for something, they have to tell you the reason. They saw some information, too many inquiries, too many late payments, too many charge-offs. They have to let you know that. But in business credit, when you're applying for something, you can get denied and they never have to tell you why. That's why you want to make sure everything is in order, which we, again, help people do. There is no Fair Credit Reporting Act in the business world that requires those who review your credit to notify you that they did or that it was used in their lending decision. In other words, the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act that we use to help clean up your credit does not apply to your business. All right, so you want to make sure that's understood. So even though it's always reviewed, most business owners have no idea that people are looking at it. More borrowing ability. Here's some of the good things about it. Per the SBA, Small Business Association Administration, business credit limits are 10 to 100 times that of consumer credit. 10 to 100 times that of a consumer credit. One of my business credits that I have with one of companies, it's 10,000. I think it's like $15,000 or $20,000 limit I have, right, with that for the business, for my business. Like, but personally, I don't have nothing that's $20,000. No credit cards that's $20,000, right? But in my business, I have that. So it's you get higher limits over time, quicker than you can. Like credit card, you can get there, but it takes time. Business credit, you can get that again within 9 months. 9 to 12 months, you can get those higher limits. Obtaining business credit radically increases your availability credit as a result. At average, Staples card limits on the consumer side might be $3,000, right? So if you get a credit card from Staples, it might be $3,000, but in the business world, it might be close to $30,000 for that same card from Staples, but as a business. This is what I want you to understand. Building business credit is important. Businesses have need for higher limits, and higher limits they get with business credit. Right? You're going to get that with having business credit. This is another reason it's very hard to scale a business using personal credit only. Business credit is perfect for startups, right? Again, as I said, if you're just starting up your company, it's small. Building business credit is the way to go. Perfect for startups. Perfect. You can have a bit. Listen, let me tell you something. Walmart started with business credit. In other words, they built their business up right? Established business credit, was able to get loans from these companies to finance Walmart. Walmart then bought the products, put them in their store. You then paid for it, and then they took the money you gave them for the product and used most of that money to pay off their lenders, and the rest they kept as profit. That's the way. It doesn't change. Small business, big business, that's how it goes. So if you want to build up your business, build business credit. Use other people's money, they say. Most conventional and private lenders won't lend to companies without financials and who have been open 2 years or more. Right, that's a standard, 2 years or more in business. Or most of them say 3 years or more in business. The most popular cash flow of financing requires 1 year in business and steady revenue. Most consumer credit cards approvals are based on personal income. But with business credit, even a startup can get loads of new credit without any of these items. Business credit is perfect for businesses who don't have or want to show financials. Let's face it, we write off all expenses in a business. We can, right? This leaves a small net profit, which most lenders and investors look at most. What is your profit? Your revenue, and then your profit. Business credit doesn't look at financials or bank statements. A business, even with no cash flow, can be approved for high limit cards, helping them grow their cash flow. And tax returns aren't looked at either. So even if the business shows a loss, they can still be approved. Most business lending requires collateral. This is because most businesses fail and the risk of repayment of lent money is very high. This is why most conventional lenders make it hard to get money. They aren't set up for this type of risk. This is also why the SBA requires all business assets and even personal assets be used as collateral. Business credit is one of the only ways to get money without providing collateral to offset the risk. Again, I'm trying to tell you the reasons why you need to get business credit. I don't care how small or how big your business is, get business credit. 90% of the general public knows nothing about business credit. And that is true. 90%. I've talked to a lot of people the last year or two about business credit. And they're either like, I've heard it, but I don't know what it is, or never heard of business credit. And in a time now where more people are starting to move in that area, now is the time to get it. Because I know for years I didn't know what business credit was. I never even heard about it until maybe 6-7 years ago. When I first started hearing about business credit, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. But once you know and you understand and you grow your business that way, it's a game changer. Every highly successful business in this country has business credit. I told you, I just gave you the example of Walmart. Most of these companies use their business credit to get as big as they are today. Take a look at many Experian trade lines some of the U.S. top companies have. All right. Contrary to what you believe, business credit is not only for big companies. And I keep saying that. It is not only for big companies. It is not only any company can build business credit. If you have a registered business and you sell water on a corner, you could build business credit. Big companies are typically the ones who enjoy the benefits of business credit the most because they have CFOs who know how to obtain and use business credit, where most small businesses doesn't. But you absolutely can get your hands on the exact same credit these large companies have if you know the formula to building business credit, which of course our company is there to show you. We have the formula. We have everything in one place. You just got to be willing to make the commitment to getting it. Okay, let's go here. Business credit building process outline. Get approved for vendor credits. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is. With small credit cards, we call them net 30 accounts. The business can be approved for small credit cards to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial cards in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credits or net 30 accounts, either one. Net 30 terms are common with most vendor credit sources. This means that they will give you credit on net 30 terms, giving you 30 days to pay the bill you owe in its entirety. That's all that is. Some companies will require you buy their products while others won't. Some companies will have you pay for your first couple of orders, others won't. Some companies report your credit very quickly and it report it quickly, and some of them don't. Some will report in 30 days, some 60, some 90 days. Look at all those things when applying for vendor credit. Now again, reasons having business credit is a must for every successful company, and how not having it can be disastrous for your business. And again, if you're interested in that, you can definitely reach out to me. The name of my company is the Faithful Credit Group, LLC. As you see there, you can contact me through the phone. You can actually email me at thefaithfulcreditgroup.net. Check out my website right there. Email me at creditrepair64@gmail.com. All right. So that's my information. If you want to reach out to me, screenshot that information right there. You can do that. Now, look, as I said before, we have a package, a business credit program that helps people build business credit in a short period of time if they're willing to go through the process, right? When I say short period of time, it could be a long period of time. It's actually up to you how you want to go through the process, through the program. But with our program, this is what you're going to get when you sign up for our program. You're going to receive a back office website, and that back office website is basically going to have everything you need to know about building business credit. And you can go through the checklist. I got this, I did this, I got my EIN number, I registered this, and we'll help you step by step, right? So you're going to have a website that gives you everything you need to know: net vendor accounts, store credit, the big major credits, how to get high limits, things like that. And then, of course, we're going to give you the 411 listing assistance, right? We're going to actually, when you get your 800 number or your toll-free number, which you need to have for your business, we're going to list that for you for free on 411. That's what we're going to do for you for free. All right. And then, of course, we're going to help you with your EIN and your entity setup. So we're going to give you assistance on that. Whatever state you're in, we're going to basically tell you how you can go to your state, sign up, make the payment. Right. You'll do all the payment work, but we'll just guide you through it. All right. You'll pay for it, but we'll guide you through it. You get our assistance. We won't leave you out there on your own. So if you're having trouble, you can call us up. You can call up the toll-free line and everything like that. Business name credibility assistance, right? Because we're going to check to see how your business is across the board, right? And we're going to let you know, hey, there's some mistakes here. We see some inconsistencies here. Here's where you need to clean this up. Here's where you need to clean that up. We're going to guide you through that process. Fix damage credit, business credit, anything that's hurting you. We're going to show you how to fix it and how to straighten it out. Access high limit store credit cards, right? We're going to give you access to that. Once you got everything established, we're going to show you some how to get basically high limit store credit. We're going to show you how to do that. Exclusive access to starter vendor accounts. So there's a lot of vendor accounts, but not every vendor account reports to the credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus. So you got to know which one does. So we're going to make sure all the ones that we have, we know reports to the credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus. So when you see it within your back office, you don't have to go looking. These are the ones that you need to get: the first tier, the second tier, the third tier, in that order. And of course, the big thing is 12 months of business advisory support. We're going to give you a whole year of our support team following up with you, answering your questions, showing you what your next step is. You have access to call them at any time. That alone is going to be worth the value of this program, right? We have it in English and we have it in Spanish as well. And of course, so much more you'll find out once you sign up for the program. All right. Now, let's not move it here. All right, so The question is, how much would you be willing to pay for a service like this? How much would you be willing to pay? Now, when we did our research, we know that a lot of companies will charge you $5,000, $6,000 for a program that we've got set up. And to be honest with you, it's worth the $5,000 to $6,000. If they show you how to build your business correctly, you're going to be able to grow your business in no time. So a lot of them will charge $5,000 to $6,000, but we're not charging that. For our people in the business that we want to reach out to, our fee is only $2,500, $2,500, and that's with a payment plan. That's with a payment plan. So if you take our payment plan, you'll have to do an initial startup fee. Cost is a setup cost with the payment plan, right? And we'll talk to you about that. But then we'll break up your payments to where I believe it'll be about 5 or 6 payments that'll equal out to $2,500. But here's something even better. If you're the person say, hey, you know what, I don't want the payment plan, I'll pay you the whole $2,500 to get started. Well, if you do that, we'll knock off $500 and you just pay us $2,000. And there won't be a setup fee. The setup fee will be in that $2,000. So you have 2 options there. Neither one is worth the cost of the program for what you're going to get. Either one is worth the cost. You can either take the payment plan or you can do one payment, which will take off $500. Now, these prices are subject to change down the road, so you need to be jumping on this with business credit. It's subject to change, so you need to be jumping on this. And again, you can reach out to me. This is the information right here where you can reach out to me by phone, by email. You can go to my website and sign up, thefaithfulcreditgroup.net. You can sign up. The payment plan is there under the pricing page. You can do the one-time payment, or you can break up the payment plan. It's up to you. Or you can just give me a call, and we can talk to how we can set that up with you over the phone. All right? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. I pray that we've said something to encourage you. Pray that we've said something to encourage you. I'm still talking, right? And that you will get the information to help build your credit, whether it's big or small. It doesn't matter. You need business credit. If you run a business, stop giving personal guarantees unless you really have to. But stop. You don't. In most cases, you don't. Particularly when you're starting up, right? You build business credit. Do it that way. That's the way to go. Business credit. Remember, personal credit scores go from like 300 or 350 to 850. Business credit scores go from 0 to 100. And all you need to be as a 70 or 80 to establish good business credit. So reach out to us, talk to us, give us a call. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you who watch this live or watching this as a replay, I appreciate you guys. Pass it on. Make sure you subscribe. If you watch this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit the share button. Facebook group, hit the share button, hit the like button. Let us know this is good information. All right. And with that in mind, you guys have a blessed day. Remember to stay blessed. But what's even more important is that you are blessed. Have a blessed day. And we will definitely talk to you or see you on the next presentation.